Hi all. Today I'm going to give you a quick introduction over AntiqueSoft software. AntiqueSoft program is designed for the management of antique malls, flea markets, consignment stores, and so on. Entering the market information in the software. So once you go to the maintenance module, when you select the first option under it, that's market information. That will take you to the screen where you can basically enter the details about your market. Now on this screen, you can enter the market name, the address, city, state, followed by the phone number, email address, your Facebook ID, and also the Twitter ID. So the information, whatever you enter on this screen, would be captured on all the receipts and the reports that you print through AntiqueSoft program. That we do have an option where you can attach the logo of your market. Now, if you have saved your market logo in one of the folders on the computer, you can just go to that folder and attach the market logo. Basic settings. Under the maintenance module, we have an option called as setup. So under the setup, we have the place where you can mention your default values in AntiqueSoft program, starting up with the default opening cash amount. So you can mention right over here inside this text box what should be your default opening cash amount for each day. You can also mention the maximum days allowed for the gift certificate. It's just like setting up the expiration date for the gift certificates. That's something you'll be selling through AntiqueSoft program. Now, if you are planning to do a layaway sale in the software, you can specify the down payment allowed for the layaway sale, number of days allowed, number of installments permitted, and if you have any messages that you want to print on the receipts that you hand out to the layaway customers, that is something you can mention right inside this text box. So whenever you hand out the receipt to the customer, this message will be printed on that specific receipt. You can mention the commission, the sales commission that you are charging the vendors over their sales right here under the commissions tab. You can mention the flat commission, and if in case you are planning to manage consignors in your market, you can also define the default consignment commission right over here. Now about the tax settings. Now this is the tax settings over the sales of the merchandises that will be sold through AntiqueSoft program. You can mention the sales tax value right over here, and if in case if you are planning to charge a multi-level sales tax, basically it depends upon the region. Now if you have a regional tax, you can select this option here, that is second level sales tax, and mention the value, and you can also specify the name that's associated with this specific sales tax. Finally, we have got the last tab here that's called messages. Now under the messages tabs, you can mention your return policy, working hours, advertisement, and comments. So the information whatever you fill here on the screen would be captured at the bottom of all the receipts that you hand out to the customers after performing sales. Adding vendor in the software. To add a new vendor in the software, go to the maintenance module and select vendor option. So once you select the vendor option, that will take you to the screen where you can create new vendor in the system. To create a new vendor, you just have to enter the vendor ID vendor name, and key in all the information whatever you find important. We have got few more separate tabs such as vendor notes where you can add some additional information about the vendor, other info, contact person details, and finally POS discount plans. And in the software, under POS discount plans, you can mention up to 5 levels of discount plans for each vendor. You can also pick and choose the days on which the dealer is going to offer the discount. Booth creation. AntiqueSoft program has a unique capability through which you can create a floor map of your antique store. Now, in order to manage that, you got to go under the maintenance module and select the booth types option. And under the booth types option, you can mention the booth number and then give a description to that booth. You can also mention its dimensions and then specify the rent what you are charging for that specific booth. Step is to place the booth on the floor map. To do that, go to maintenance module, select the layout option, and that will take you to the floor plan in the system. Now go to the floor plan, right click on the mouse button and select the booth what you have created and enter the booth number and place the booth on the map. And basically the booth can be placed by drag and drop option. You can use your mouse pointer to drag a booth from one end to another, just like you see here. Renting booths. To rent out booths in AntiqueSoft program, you gotta go under Rentals and Renewal module and select the first option, that's Rentals and Renewal. So that will take you to the screen where you can pull up the dealer for whom you are going to rent the space. Basically, you can just enter the dealer's name and pick and choose the dealer and then click on the layout button at the top right hand corner and specify the exact date on which the dealer is going to move into your market, and then click on the OK button. And once you click on OK button, that will take you to the map, the store map that we have created in the software. You can pick and choose the booths that the dealer would like to rent out. So once you have selected the booths the dealer wants to rent, just click on the done button and those booths will be brought under the dealer's account. Now, if you would like to charge some fees for some additional services that you would be offering in your market, for example, for electricity, for advertisements, and so on, you can come here and select that under the other rentals. So the total rental amount along with the other charges will be displayed at the bottom. To collect the payment, click on Book and Pay button, and then that will take you to the screen where you can collect the payment. So the breakdown of the total amount will be visible right here on the payments screen. At the bottom, it will show you the balance due as well, the total money that you got to pay to the dealer. There are several payment options available in the system, such as cash, check, credit card, and debit card, or you can collect the payment in a mixed mode as well. So here we are collecting the payment as a credit card payment. And then just click on OK button, and that will display the receipt. And we have an option to print the receipt directly through your laser printer or through your thermal receipt printer. Pause retail sale. So once you get into the point of sale screen of AntiqueSoft program, select the retail sales type, enter the vendor number. We have several options available to pick and choose the vendor. Basically, we have a search option available at the point of sale screen. Now enter the vendor number, mention the stock number, mention the item description, quantity, rate, and hit the add button. You can repeat the same step over and over again to add multiple items in the grid below. So we are just repeating the same step over and over. Enter the vendor ID. The stock ID or the item number is not mandatory in the system. It's purely optional. So once you have entered all the items in the grid below, then at the bottom there's a separate box that will show the sales tax, the total money that needs to be collected, and we have several payment options available in the system. The available payment options are cash, check, credit card, debit card, traveler's check, or otherwise we can also redeem a gift certificate that was previously sold through the system. The system also allows a mixed mode of payment option. Now, if for some reason if the customer would like to make the payment in a split mode, say a combination of cash, check, credit card, the system will allow you to manage this type of transactions. So once you hit the save and new button, the transaction will be completed and the receipt can be printed through your thermal receipt printer hooked up along with your computer. Pause layaway sales. Select the layaway sale option on the point of sale screen. Select the customer from the list, and then the same step that you have to follow here as well. Enter the vendor number, item description, quantity, rate, and add the merchandise on the grid. And down below it will show the layaway down payment and the schedule. Enter the payment and click on save and new button, and that's how you do a layaway sale in AntiqueSoft program. And this is the receipt that you can basically print out after doing the layaway sale. It'll carry the customer information, item description, the payment schedule, and the message what you had previously mentioned under the layaway sales type. So that's how you do a layaway sale in AntiqueSoft program. Selling gift certificates. To sell the gift certificates, in the point of sale screen under the stock ID, enter GC and press the tab button on the keyboard. And then the values whatever we have set for the gift certificates under the settings, that will show up. It will basically show the gift certificate start date, maximum days allowed, and expiration date. Then enter the rate and then mention the gift certificate number. Now, if you want our system to automatically come up with some gift certificate unique number, the system is capable of doing that. Then enter the customer information, and then we have an option to print the gift certificates directly through AntiqueSoft program. Then enter the payment and click on save and new button to sell the gift certificate in AntiqueSoft. To redeem the gift certificate in AntiqueSoft program, go to point of sale screen, and then you can just select the sales type, enter the vendor ID just like you do a normal sales transaction, add all the items on the grid. And when you go down to the payment options, down below we have an option to search for the gift certificate. We can choose the exact gift certificate that you want to redeem. You can directly enter the gift certificate number inside the search value option. Just enter the gift certificate number and click on the OK button down below. And then simply hit on Save and New button to redeem the sales as a gift certificate sale. And on the receipt, it will also show the available balance on the gift certificate.